Okay, carrying the phone left-handed. I hope this doesn't end up terrible. One last overview. I learned something new about pausing videos. You cannot put the phone to sleep because then it just turns everything off. So I wanted to show you one more method of deep watering, which ended up being the method here for the jostaberry in the back, which I did plant at the correct height without having to pull on it to bring it up to the higher level. So yeah, this jostaberry is in a bit of a water trough here. Just like an earthen thing. I'm gonna water over here too because the poppies that I dug up out of that spot are here. And they have quite the taproot. I should have, don't know how I just pronounced that. That was weird. They have quite the taproot, and so I don't know if the ones I transplanted will make it, but they spread widely enough. Put just a bit more in here. Get some off the leaves of that poppy, and that poppy, and this poppy. Just kind of washing the leaves off here. Fun tip here. This is broken down over time. Let's see if we can get any light to go in there. Not really, huh? There's rocks in there. And that's so I can just leave it wherever it lands, and it's not going to blow away. So I will refill that and make one more round to the back plants before the evening's through. But I just want to show you that everything's in, it's looking good. I have half filled each of these catchments twice now. You can see that that's down to about an inch, so it has absorbed about 2 liters of water, I would estimate, on each of these. And that's just from filling directly into the mouth there. And then rather than do any waste, I ended up taking that sphagnum moss that the planting came in and using it as a ground cover for the mulberry. I also gave it a little thermal surround there additionally, which I could then double up in the water. This one's absorbing much more slowly, but the soil is truly saturated, so that's about what we want. I'm going to top that off before I go to bed. I'm going to top those off and give one more watering to the jostaberry minimum. Whew, I wonder if that's the sphagnum moss. There was one other thing that, I'm going to grab this before I forget about it. There was one other thing that did come with the planting, clearly by accident. It was in the sphagnum moss and in my second day bare root planting video that went up recently. You'll see me pull it out and go, what's this? Well, and I just overwatered this too, so it's a little disheveled. Just from this shoot right here and the way that these are growing, I think they sent me a bamboo by accident, which is cool, but they are super, super invasive if they're not the clumping type. So into the pot it goes until I find out if it's the running type or the clumping type, because I definitely don't want invasiveness occurring in my garden. So we'll see how that goes. And I might just pause this one more time, hopefully successfully this time, to fill up the water bin and show you how well the watering's going up in that area where we just were. So give me a moment here. Yay, success this time, right? I think so. Yay! Alright, so this is giving another filler up to the raspberries and mulberry here. You can see that's about half full, I think. Can you see it? Yeah. And I think that's about all the pressure that this jug can handle, honestly. Just kind of rinsing off the outside of the bottle there. So that miss was somewhat on purpose. That's a good push into the ground again. Again, a little bit more than half full, right over where the roots are. And then this one. This one actually, wow, that handles a lot of water. Good. Then we're gonna go down here, fill her up on the spout. But also, just in case this sphagnum moss wants to grow, it's a great mulch, but it would be even better as a living mulch. I'm gonna water it down a bit. And we will see how that does. That would be fabulous if that were able to take. Wonderful, wonderful. Okay. So that's all of the plants watered in. We're starting to get some sunset colors on the opposite hill. And over the city down there. Excuse me, I sniffed again. The water's looking pretty blue today, which is always nice. The sky is fabulously blue. This is where the sunrise happens, in that area, right about in the middle of that shot. I know the highway's a bit loud. I apologize. But it's the nature of my location here, as you can see. It's less obvious in the summertime when the leaves are obscuring the direct view of the highway, and then also some of the train tracks in the back there. So, yeah. I guess technically it's spring now, so I'm going to go ahead and say happy spring. And maybe even put another watering on or two on these tonight, because that initial watering is, and continuing to water at a high rate, is the key to bare root success. We want those roots to connect to the soil, because if they dry out while trying to take root, they are not gonna manage. So those 4 are in, and I'll be anxiously awaiting my second shipment with the rest of the plants that I mentioned. So this is really great progress, feeling good about it. Today is May 23rd of 2019, and the garden is coming along. Okay, bye.